Hi there, this is David, and so you want to get into the Shin Megami Tensei series. This is actually a very long-running series with a ton of games in it, and right here next to me is my collection of those games. There is the mainline SMT series, and then there's multiple spin-offs, the most popular of those spin-offs being the Persona series. Here I'm going to talk about what makes SMT SMT, what the differences are between SMT and Persona and the other various spin-offs as well. I know that a lot of you are probably much more in tune or know a lot more about Persona because it does seem to be much more popular, but SMT is where it all started. It's actually known as one of the three great granddaddies of JRPGs, along with Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy. The series actually began back on the SNES with SMT 1, 2, and IF, and then they were translated into English back in 2002. However, they were first-person dungeon crawlers, which isn't exactly my cup of tea. So I really didn't play them, I knew about them, I looked into them, I gave them a shot for a couple of hours, but I was in college, there was a lot going on, I didn't have time to play games that were first-person dungeon crawlers that I really didn't care about. So, that being said, I really didn't get truly into the series until Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. This is the third game in the series, originally released on the PlayStation 2, although there is an HD remaster that was just released for the PS4 and PS5. So if you haven't yet gotten into this series, it is available on modern consoles. This game is hard, but it's a lot of fun. It is what got me into the series. It is what made me really fall in love with the series. And then there's also Shin Megami Tensei 4 for the 3DS as well. Let's talk about what makes an SMT game an SMT game. They're all thematically connected. They all have demon recruitment. It's kind of like Pokemon, but with a party. You have your main character, and then you have his little demon subordinates. And you go around and you can pretty much recruit any single demon that you possibly fight. Whereas in Pokemon, you throw a Pokeball or Dragon Warrior monsters, you put like a little piece of meat or something to get the monsters. In SMT, it's a little bit different. You actually talk and you negotiate with the demons, and then if you say the right thing, or if you coax them or bribe them in some way, then they will join your party. Quite honestly, it's kind of an annoying way to recruit monsters into your party, but it works. You can also fuse demons together, so you'll take two demons and then you'll fuse them together, and then you'll have another demon, like a more powerful demon, and then various stats and abilities will be passed down. It's not random though. There's actually a chart included in the game that will tell you exactly what kind of demon you will be getting from those fusions. So you don't have to like trial and error or guess around or have any kind of frustrations like that. It's really very user-friendly. And you better be sure that you recruit all those demons and you fuse them together, because like I said, it is hard. It is hard. That's another main theme of the SMT games. It is exploration, it is battle, it is gameplay, and it is ridiculously hard bosses. I remember playing Nocturne and then meeting that Matador a couple of hours in and being like, oh my god, he's kicking my ass. There's no way I'm gonna get past this guy. But after fusing some demons, after gaining some levels, and then using status effects, buffs, and debuffs, that changed the game right there. This is one of those games that you really do have to go in and think about strategy. Buffs and debuffs are important. You need to change your entire team around as a situation requires. It's just that important. Also, there's a lot of religious themes, a lot of heavy-handed religious themes in the SMT series, such as church, God, Lucifer or the devil, and then they all take place in a post-apocalyptic Tokyo. So your character becomes a demon, the entire destroyed Tokyo is inhabited by demons, There's some friendly demons that you can like buy and sell from, and then you'll be fighting demons as well. So if you're sensitive about religious natures and things like that, then it might not be the game for you, but otherwise it is a lot of fun. Now, the Persona games, they do have some similarities to SMT as well. They are easier gameplay-wise though, but they also have that kind of life sim or that high school sim. SMT does not have that. You don't have to worry about high school or social links or answering test questions or getting part-time jobs or any of that nonsense. You just get in, you play the game, you're good, it's done. You don't have to worry about any kind of other extraneous stuff, except for an alignment. SMT is very heavy in their alignment. Basically, you need to choose an ideology and then align with that ideology, whether it be law, neutral, or chaos. Depending on which alignment you choose, you're going to be getting different bosses, different endings, different storyline paths. So you could actually play through an SMT game 3 different times and get 3 different playthroughs depending on your alignment. Also, similar to Persona, SMT games, although they are thematically connected, you don't have to play one and then the next and then the next to figure out what's going on. They're all individual stories, so you don't have to worry about that. I was first introduced to the Persona series with Persona 3 Fez on the PlayStation 2. This is not the first Persona game. Persona first came out on the PlayStation 1 with Innocent Sin as well as Eternal Punishment. I did not pick those up back when on the PlayStation. They just didn't look like my cup of tea, and they were also very, very expensive. So this was my first introduction to the Persona series, and I did enjoy it. And now, well, in Persona, you will be battling in like a separate kind of dream world or Tartarus or little demon castles or things like that. You will not be doing that in SMT. Everywhere is a battle. Here's Persona 4 Golden for the Vita, and then my 2 copies of Persona 5 because I didn't remember if I had Persona or not, so I picked up an extra copy. So yeah. So that's a little bit of my collection right there. So SMT is mostly gameplay. It is exploration. It's getting treasures. It is battling. Whereas Persona does have that battling in it as well, but the main drive of Persona is really getting to know your characters. But in SMT, your characters are demons, so you really don't get to know them. Instead, you have to make a lot of choices, and the choices that you make in SMT are going to impact your character's morality. And then as you make those choices, your alignment is going to change, whether it be the neutral, the chaos, or the law. So it's not like you can just go ahead and just choose right from the get-go, hey, I want to be law, or hey, I want to be chaos. As you go through the game, you're going to be presented with these morality choices, and then you have to make those choices in order to see, in order to get the alignment that you want to, and then get the ending that that you would get accordingly, as well as see what your character would learn from that. Now, there's SMT, the mainline game. There's Persona, the mainline spin-off. But there's also other spin-offs to this long-running series. The series has been going on for about 30 years now, so there's a lot of spin-offs too. Over on the DS, we had the Devil Survivor games. I got Devil Survivor 2 right here, as well as Devil Survivor Overclocked on the 3DS, and these are more of a strategy RPG. If you're into a strategy RPG that has SMT themes, you might want to check those out. If you're just wanting to get into SMT, I would recommend the Digital Devil Saga series on the PlayStation 2. These games are a duology. They are immediately connected. You do have to play the first one before you play the second, but it's kind of like baby's first SMT, and it's basically almost like SMT meets Final Fantasy X in as far as the progression system is concerned. So this is a very good game to play as well. There's also the Devil Summoner series that I have right here. There is the Last Bible series that was only released in Japan but then later translated into English on the SNES. And then there's also Revelations the Demon Slayer, which I used to have growing up for the Game Boy Color, and don't have that one anymore. But yeah, this is a long-running series. It's a lot of fun. There's a reason why these games have gone on as long as they have. They are good. If you find yourself being bored by Persona because there's way too much talking, or there's way too much high school stuff, and you just want to get to the meat of the gameplay, SMT is the game for you. And personally, I like SMT a lot more than Persona, so don't come after me, people. I just like what I like. They blab too much in Persona. But I hope that this has helped you figure out what the whole series is about, and I hope that you're excited for tomorrow's release of SMT 5. I have it pre-ordered, I am going to be getting it, and I personally cannot wait to play that game. Let me know if y'all are getting it. Let me know what you guys think of the SMT series. Let me know what your history of it is in the comments. I would love to read it, love to hear about it, and have a good day.